Hello, my name is Trevor Witt with Kairos Geospatial. This is the introduction to 4 different videos made for the North Central Regional Planning Commission. The production of this video was made possible by a 2022 Strengthening Mobility and Revolutionizing Transportation, or SMART grant, that was awarded to the NCRPC by the U.S. Department of Transportation. So first up, a little bit about me. I hold a bachelor's of aviation technology from Kansas State University. In my time working on my bachelor's degree, I worked for the Applied Aviation Research Center, and then after graduation, worked as a full-time research staff for 4 years, focusing on projects ranging from federal entities like the National Institute of Justice for crime scene reconstruction to working with the Department of Interior for high accuracy photogrammetry missions, and then also work with local companies, municipalities, and other K-State research programs. In 2021, I started Kairos Geospatial, where my 2 main focuses are natural resource conservation, which can range from mapping invasive vegetation to engineering projects such as reconstructing wetlands. I also work with crop breeding programs, which also applies to my PhD work at Kansas State, using drones as an efficient tool for scoring and aiding those sorts of breeding programs. So the scope of these videos, the target audience is county road and bridge departments. These 4 different videos will focus on how drone technology can be used to aid in the inspection and monitoring of these assets. So talking from the simple photography basics, skilled manual piloting, photogrammetry mapping, and LiDAR missions. These videos are intended to be general, introductory. They are by no means exhaustive. There is definitely information that is not covered in these videos. But as shown in this next slide, the hope is to give you the sort of things to consider, give you new questions to consider, and things to explore on your own. These videos are equipment agnostic. There's always going to be specific, nuanced things related to your own equipment. So it's important to get to know your equipment by reading the manuals, exploring every feature and setting. I always say it's important to play around with it. It's good to spend time in an instance where it's not critical to collect the data to get to really have an understanding of the tool you have and how you can use it. And ultimately, these videos should aid in developing your own collection protocols that you can develop, standardize, and implement. Some assumptions here are that you already know the FAA Part 107 regulations, that you're Part 107 certified, that you have a baseline of GIS or Geographic Information Systems knowledge, and then also some general thoughts. The whole intent also here is to avoid the problem of collecting data that does nothing. In my 10 plus years of experience, I see this too often where entities invest in this equipment, they collect a lot of data, and then it just sits on the computer or the drone sits on the shelf. How we avoid that is thinking through this data information pipeline, thinking about and having conversations along how this data will actually be used to make decisions, and thinking about that before collecting data. It's also important to develop file naming and backup protocols, name the files in such a way where they are easy to find, and then backing them up in a way where the files are stored in 2 different locations to protect them. And the hope of this is also that you get interested and explore some other resources. Use YouTube, use your ChatGPT and other things to explore these concepts, and again, to refine your own collection abilities. And with that, that brings us to the conclusion of this introductory video. We'll see you in the next video where I cover some basic photography.